Here's a question. I've got a large property. Part of the property is in a flood zone, but the house is not in a flood zone. What is your stance on that?
So 35% of all floods come from the non-flood zone of X. 35% is still too close to 50% for me. So I have flood zone X and I have a flood policy.
Yeah.
So I think everybody should have one. You just never know what's going to happen.
I mean, it's Florida, right?
Right. It is. Florida could sink at any moment. I think that it depends on the lender, right? So it's what you guys request and what you want. But I think everybody should have a flood policy regardless of where they are.
A lot of times when I'm explaining this to my clients is like, if you're in a flood zone, you're going to be required to carry flood insurance. And if you're in a flood zone, you're going to want flood insurance, right? So that's kind of how I explain it to them. In most cases, when it comes down to dollar bills, people are just penny pinching the dollars and they're trying to save money at a given moment. So I think as a lender, if any structure that is given value is in the flood zone, got to carry flood insurance. If like the home itself is not in the flood zone, but the property is, then they don't have to technically carry flood insurance. Now, like you say, I would advise them to if they're that close to a flood zone. Hey, as a special free offer, I wanted to make sure you had my 5 best tips to buying a home to help you save money, and also my home buyer's guide on special tips to things to do when looking to buy a home, sell a home, or invest in real estate. The link is in the bio, and don't worry, it's free.